Today, we're going to dive into the best wide receiver we've seen come out of college in a very, very long time. Also going to dive into who the Arizona Cardinals are bringing in. Most importantly, the Arizona Cardinals will not regret this decision. Let's dive into Marvin Harrison Jr. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back into another video. Definitely do me a huge favor, smack the like button on this video and subscribe for more Arizona Cardinals content. On this channel, we cover everything Arizona Cardinal news, breaking news, conversational pieces, everything surrounding your favorite team. So subscribe it up. It's absolutely for free. All right, everybody, let's go and dive right into it. Let's talk about the 4th overall pick, none other than wide receiver out of Ohio State, Marvin Harrison Jr. being drafted to the Arizona Cardinals. Now, like we said in the intro, this is probably one of the best wide receiving prospects that we've seen come out of college in a very, very long time. Now, there's multiple people out there comparing him to a lot of great wide receivers that we've seen play in the NFL. He's got the strength of Julio Jones and AJ Green, the height and speed of Randy Moss, the confidence of Jamar Chase, the catch radius of DeAndre Hopkins, and the route running ability of Keenan Allen and Devontae Adams. Now, obviously, comparisons are a dime a dozen, but we're talking about a prototypical wide receiver. Marvin Harrison Jr. stands 6'3", 209 pounds. In the 2023 campaign, he had 1,211 yards, averaged about 18 yards a catch, had over 14 touchdowns. In 2022, he had 1,263 yards, averaged about 16.4 yards a catch, and also had 14 touchdowns as well. 2021, he didn't play a good amount of snaps. That was his freshman year. And 2022 is when he actually became probably one of the best wide receivers in the entire college level, as well as 2023. And it kind of just translated into him being a top 5 talent in 24 NFL draft. Now, to me, it still kind of feels like a pinch me moment for the Arizona Cardinal fans, being that we got a overall potential generational talent in Marvin Harrison Jr. It almost feels unreal that we're going to be seeing Kyler Murray throw the ball to this great top-notch wide receiver. Marvin Harrison Jr. is not going to be coming into this locker room with somebody he doesn't know. He has a good buddy here that he also played with in Ohio State, one of our offensive linemen that we picked with one of our first-round picks in the prior year, Paris Johnson Jr. Now, he was the one that kind of gave us a little bit of detail saying that Marvin Harrison Jr. wanted to be a Cardinal, so obviously it kind of felt like a match made in heaven for the Arizona Cardinals to choose him with the 4th overall pick. Now, there were some people out there before the whole Justin Fields getting traded away saying that, Marvin Harrison Jr. has the potential of being one of the 1st overall picks to be chosen to the Chicago Bears. Now, I'm so glad that the Chicago Bears decided to pivot off of Justin Fields, because it almost kind of seemed like a match made in heaven where it was going to be a quarterback, and left the best prospect available for the Arizona Cardinals to be chosen with the 4th overall pick. Now, Marvin Harrison Jr. is as good as they come, especially in college. This is going to be one of the best prospects we've seen come out in a very, very long time. And I know that there's some fans out there that didn't want the Cardinals to choose Marvin Harrison Jr. for whatever reason, right? They've heard multiple different takes out there. We've heard people come out here and say that we never won a ring with Larry Fitzgerald. We've heard people come out here and say the Arizona Cardinals need to double down and get another offensive tackle to keep our quarterback upright. But in the end of the day, when you have a chance to get one of the best prospects in college and one of the biggest needs for the Arizona Cardinals, you have to kind of go out there and get a huge weapon for Kyler Murray. Now, I also seen some comparisons out there saying that we've given Kyler Murray multiple different weapons and he hasn't done anything with them, right? Now, also keep in mind that when Kyler Murray had DeAndre Hopkins as well as Larry Fitzgerald, they were probably, not in their prime. When we're talking about Marvin Harrison Jr., we're talking about a rookie that's going to be able to grow with our franchise quarterback and actually develop a chemistry. Like, this is probably something that we probably never seen before, with a franchise quarterback and a wide receiver to grow within their careers together. So this is definitely very exciting for Arizona Cardinal fans to really get a franchise wide receiver to play with our now franchise quarterback in Kyler Murray. Now, let's dive into Marvin Harrison Jr.'s strengths and weaknesses. Now, I feel like when we're talking about his weaknesses, we are kind of nitpicking at the thought of a prospect coming from college and us trying to find some sort of flaw with Marvin Harrison Jr. But I do truly feel like his strengths completely outweigh his weaknesses. We're talking about a prototypical wide receiver already coming out of college and probably one of the most hyped hyped up prospects we've seen come out in a very, very long time in the wide receiving class. So definitely very exciting to see the Arizona Cardinals taking a swing and going after this generational talent wide receiver. Now let's focus on his strengths here. Now I don't think he's got an elite route tree, but I do think he's got a very, very good route tree. He also has the ability to track the balls, and it's absolutely insane to see him basically kind of look back really quickly, get that ball in his hand, and it's absolutely really amazing. It almost kind of gives me vibes of Larry Fitzgerald-esque, and that would be absolutely amazing to kind of see another wide receiver like Larry Fitzgerald in an Arizona Cardinal uniform. Marvin Harrison Jr. also has pro-ready feet. It's absolutely amazing to kind of see him stutter step and just kind of do some things that you don't really see prospects coming out of college that are automatically kind of pro-ready. It's really kind of cool to see all these things that he's able to do. Another elite trait, that he's able to kind of adjust his body to make the catch. We've seen some crazy freakish catches here from Marvin Harrison Jr. Just when you think he's not open, he absolutely is open. So definitely a very good weapon for Kyler Murray and the Arizona Cardinals kind of moving forward for the future. Now he has been knocked on not having elite speed, but I think with just kind of what Marvin Harrison Jr. brings with all the traits that he's able to do, right? Track the ball, kind of maneuver his body, has very, very quick feet. All these things are able to basically make an overall well-rounded wide receiver one for the Arizona Cardinals. Now let's dive into a couple weaknesses that Marvin Harrison Jr. has. I want to be very, very clear. This is probably nitpicking at the thought of him not being perfect, right? So he did have some uncharacteristic drops in 2023. Might not have the best blow-by speed consistently to outrun NFL corners. Like we mentioned before, I don't believe he's got an elite route running tree, but definitely very, very serviceable and definitely very, very good. So there's a couple different things that, you know, are definitely able to be fixable, right? Whenever you're working with a wide receiving coach in the NFL, definitely having a franchise quarterback to kind of help you and build up that chemistry is definitely a recipe for success. Now, I want to touch on something here real quick. I know there's a lot of Arizona Cardinal fans out there saying that, you know, we already had Larry Fitzgerald with Kyler as well as DeAndre Hopkins, but this is different. This is absolutely different. Bringing in a wide receiver, being drafted, probably one of the best prospects in the 2024 NFL class. This is definitely something where we are going to be able to see our franchise wide receiver for years and years to come. Now, I get Larry Fitzgerald didn't win us a ring, and that was kind of one of the biggest knocks as to why there were some fans out there, or some, you know, there were some media credential people out there saying the Arizona Cardinals should not go after Marvin Harrison Jr. for ABC. It just absolutely doesn't make sense. I'm so glad that the Arizona Cardinals ended up going after one of the best prospects in the entire 2024 draft class, because it absolutely makes sense for the Arizona Cardinals to get best player available, and a big, big need for the Cardinals as well moving forward. So, ladies and gentlemen, what are your thoughts here on Marvin Harrison Jr.? Do you think the hype is real with him? Let me know here in the comments below. I appreciate y'all for tuning in as always. Have a great rest of your day, and go Cards.